at the time I was like, oh, we knew that we wanted to settle in Hawke's Bay and that was all where we wanted to have a family. But at the time I didn't really, I guess, understand as much how important it was to have that sort of village around you. Being our first baby, we had no idea what to expect. And I remember night 5 was definitely a rough introduction to, I guess, the sleep deprivation side of things. And 40 minutes sleep we had the entire night. Those initial few weeks were, they were tough. It's just that huge adjustment that nothing can prepare you for it. You learn a lot about birth, and you don't learn a lot about sort of post when the baby arrives, which is a significant part to your parenthood journey. Funnily enough.
It's so funny because we can laugh about it.
I know.
But actually, if you think of yourself at that point, pregnant, as a first-time parent, it is really tricky to think beyond. Like, you literally can't comprehend what life is going to be like. So that feels like all the information you need.
I remember telling some of my best friends around that night, and we were all laughing about it. And I was just like, it was actually horrible. Like, I remember thinking, like, how am I going to get through this night? How am I going to how do I parent? Like, being the first IDV friends, they just don't they can't understand. And I don't blame them, because they're not, they couldn't, like, how could you truly understand it? And you sort of just have that natural reaction to sort of deflect and laugh about it, because you're like, oh gosh, this happened, I only got 40 minutes sleep. Like, it's like a bit of a joke. And then you're like, that is truly not ideal.
And like, I know, and I think our listeners, many of them will know what we're talking about. Like, when you say you just got 40 minutes sleep, we know what was happening, like, all around, like, for those 9 hours. But friends who don't yet have children are just kind of thinking of the sleep. Like, oh, you were just up all night. Who knows what you were doing? Cuddling the baby,
I wish I was doing that.